Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Pillar to Post. This is the Angry Viking, you all know as Pete Wall. It is RWO, and if you don't know what the acronym stands for, Renegade Wrestling Organization, and we are throwing down hard today. Now, I wish everyone would give me just a moment here to set up Discord, send you all the link. And if you're not a part of Discord, well, it's your loss. Things are starting to percolate. Some things are starting to change. And if you don't know what the change is, I'm telling you right now, things are going in one direction this year. Now, we were supposed to be live Saturday. We got obliterated by a huge storm. Couldn't go live. Sunday, well, I was stuck on the turlet, okay? Can't help it. Just can't help it. You know, you're not going to shit yourself while you're commentating a wrestling show. Nah, ain't happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, the post is linked in the Discord chat. Now, I want to bring some things before we get the show on the road to your attention. There was a major announcement. Now, throughout the ebb and flow of time, one thing has always been a constant, and that is change. I can say for a certainty that we have witnessed change here in the RWO throughout our time here on YouTube. From our very first show where we had our inaugural champion, our ruler of the wasteland, Blaze McCoy, all the way down to our current wasteland champion, Bill Haight, we have seen nothing but change. But some things should have never changed. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the announcement here on YouTube. Change isn't always good. And this year, and I'm saying starting next week, we are beginning a tournament to crown the ruler of the wasteland. It has been far too long since the wasteland has been led by the strong. We have had the weak. We have had the morally ambiguous and just downright weak individuals trying to claim that they own things here in the wasteland. That I, as the booker, should bend a knee to their wants. Those times are over. A new era is upon us, and the RWO needs to be led by the greatest. So if you want to get involved, step into our world. It doesn't matter if you are here from RWO, from the past. It doesn't matter if you are from a different network, a different channel here on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you're doing things on Discord, Facebook. It don't matter. You are welcome to step into our world. Either you teach us to do better and be better, or you fall and we bury you in the ditches where you belong. The Ruler of the Wasteland tournament begins next week with qualifying matches. Yes, you must pass the test to be ruler of the wastes. And much like proving your worth tonight, Siri Bloodyard will have to prove that she is one of the greatest as she faces Meanie Girl for the new Pillar to Post Championship title. And ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't represent the wasteland, I don't know what you're seeing, but I see something that screams RWO and wasteland with that new Pillar to Post design. Hammerstone and Hammerheart, they are known as Warhammer, won their debut match on our last episode, while tonight they take on the team of Juicy Johnson and Teabag. In a number one contenders match, to be the next person that faces the Pillar to Post champion. Lexi Fontaine from MPW joins us, taking on the Foundation's Diana, Velena from Undeniable, Georgia Jones, and Holly Body, also from MPW. We got the debut of Genocide, and unfortunately for him, he's got to take on none other than the returning Griffith Davian, the narcissistic, egomaniacal, I want to be a pirate of the sands. Mr. Immortal himself has graced us once again with his presence. And you gotta believe he is itching to get his hands on that Ruler of the Wasteland title. Moving on. Our next Pillar to Post championship, not his only match tonight. The champion, Pope, a member of the Black Order, has to take on the number one contender in Fred Starr. Fred Starr defeated all opponents last week. He has the right to call out the champ. Unfortunately for the champ, a tag team championship match was booked for the main event that he must unify the tag titles. Can he get past Fred and walk into the main event and still hold on to both titles? We got a special spot with Evie Bloodyard in the backstage area, and then a number one contender for the men's Pillar to Post championship title. We got Wolf Tirgavishte from the Foundation, the Bloodyard crew, represented by Sourfang. We got Big Daddy Jingles, and then representing Ruthless Inc., he is Big David Ruin. And they've had a whole lot to say about the men in the main event. And then the Perfect Storm. He is Mason Storm. And then our main event for the unification of the Wasteland titles. And you can already see the new titles there on the screen, representing Wasteland at its fullest. Pope and Bishop of the Black Order. They are your underground current champions, taking on the Wasteland champions, Sin and Mordecai. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to ringside. Let's get this show on the road. And we're going to discuss, as the show goes on, what's been happening in Discord. It's going to be a whole new design, whole new arena. Well, it's still the old arena. Just, updated. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match, our opening bout of the evening. It is for the Pillar to Post championship title, and it is Extreme Rules. Now, some might scoff at my ego getting the better of me, featured on the Titantron. Get over it. But ladies and gentlemen, representing the Bloodyard crew, she is Siri Bloodyard. How's everyone doing today? If you're in the chat watching, don't be a silent mouse. Be that frisky feline and show me how your day's been going. Siri Bloodyard, she's done about everything she can here in the RWO, but she always wants to make sure that everybody remembers her as the greatest, and she's got a long way to go before she can even think of utilizing that moniker, because that, thus far, still belongs to the likes of Evie Bloodyard, Minerva, and so many other women that have come and gone from the RWO. If you're digging the new arena, if you are digging the new logo, if you are digging the t-shirt of Siri Bloodyard, a lot of that stuff is coming to the TeePublic store. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been a busy man, been working my ass off behind the scenes. But right now, she is your Pillar to Post champion, representing the Bloodyard crew. Oh, have mercy. She is Meanie Girl. Also going by Meanie Bloodyard these days. Has the new unified Pillar to Post Championship title over her shoulder. Like she never lost it. Her rematch last episode against Alexa Weiss definitely went her way. No disputing it. Meanie Girl, one of the toughest women currently on the roster. Cowboy John in the house. It's good to be back, Cowboy. I'm hoping everyone can hear me just fine. We were supposed to be live Saturday. I do apologize. Things came up. Didn't go my way. Sunday didn't go my way as well. I do apologize, but we are here. I am aiming for Wednesdays and Saturdays as our live stream shows. We were supposed to do a Pillar to Post podcast this weekend. That did not go to plan because Yeti was busy behind the scenes. He's a busy man, folks, and rough times for some of us. Ladies and gentlemen, this championship match is about to get underway. God, I love that new title. It definitely gives that Wasteland feel. A little bit of rust, a little bit of silver, a whole lot of tarnished greatness. Blaze McCoy in the house. How's it going? Yeah, you know, you could, like, I come to your channel, I always say good things, man. You could for once, but you want to ruin and step on my parade. Well, Blaze McCoy, our next episode, I'm dragging your ass from the grave. That's what it's all about here and now, ladies and gentlemen. The Pillar to Post Championship title. Now, if you go back into your shows, Blaze, you will always see me saying something very, very polite and very nice to you. It is you that fires the first shot. I'm not above getting my hands dirty with you, okay? There we go. Series starting off strong. The champion pointing to the turnbuckle. The lips kicked right off her face. And Siri showing exactly why this is Extreme Rules as she brings into play the trash can. Meanie Girl not looking good against her niece at the moment. Siri Bloodyard won this match the hard way. She got her opportunity by not facing just one, but two. Hey, you know me, I ain't above bringing it, brother. Always great to fuck around with you, though, Blaze. I don't mean anything personally, you know it. Double knees to the spine. We got quite the setup in this new arena. You can see the banners hanging in the background. We've got Evie Bloodyard, Yeti. We've got the Angry Viking. We've got the Pillar to Post banner right dead center. RWO representing. And then we've got Bill Haight and Stabatha. But inside the ring right now, two tough competitors in our women's division. We got the two, not even quite a two. 1 and, well, .999, and you can keep on going with that. That was a slow count if I've ever seen one. Still would have only amounted to a 2 count, but fuck you, referee. Get off the meth. Meanie Girl finally getting the upper hand on Siri Bloodyard here. Siri Bloodyard, a former Wasteland champion, has held the Pillar to Post Championship title, also the Big Dog World Championship title. Sledgehammer coming into play, and we've seen that utilized last week. Cotton Candy has been brought into the Anal Hammer of Doom Hall of Fame. She shares those ranks with the likes of Beardy, as well as, well, Hammer Dave. Yes, Dave the Hammer Wall, I think, was one of the first inductees. We've had many, many more, ladies and gentlemen. They have their own wing. There we go. Brian Hillibert, how you doing? Well, I did miss you. I was over on the PC setting everything up on Discord, but I am always happy to see you, Brian Hillibert. Meanie Girl taking control once again. Also, if you're not a part of Discord, you will miss out on all the posters that have been created to represent the roster here in RWO. Been working diligently. Here we go. Oh, Jesus! She got her lips kicked off the first minute of the matchup, and now Meanie Girl's missing her goddamn nose. Vicious assault by Siri Bloodyard. And somehow missed the mark with the trash can, but pays off in the end. And tosses her right in the face of the Pillar to Post champion. This could be the final moment right here. Measuring out the champion. Oh! Blocked her, but good. Coming down hard with that overhand chop. Putting Siri Bloodyard into the turnbuckles. Trash can heavy. Ooh, have mercy. It's looking ugly in there. Alley-oop. Dropping her right down on her coccyx. And our cameraman's done shit the bed once again. God damn, that was a close-up of the floor. Here we go. Cut her! Oh! Discord is just different, another way to communicate other than Skype, or what they're turning Skype into is Teams. Oh, Jimmy the Truck needs to be not just fired. He needs to be buried out back. Ground and pound action there by Siri Bloodyard. The challenger, desperate for a big victory here tonight. Picking the legs, looking, yes, that modified Boston Crab. Locked in deep. Pulling her free, though. Yes. Discord is the way to go for sure. Can do so much more there than you could on Skype. It is nice. I like it. Although I have not gotten an invite to the LTD Discord server, which I'm slightly offended by. One of the first people I invited over to the server for RWO was one Blaze McCoy. There we go. Ladder being utilized there to the spine of Siri Bloodyard. Yes, I'm calling your bitch ass out, Blaze McCoy. Neckbreaker on the arena floor. If that don't slow her down, it'll definitely shut her up. Yeah, who knows why that is? Blaze fears the Viking. That is for damn sure. Old Ronnie Garvin-like stomps there from Meanie Girl. Now the Irish Whip, ragdolling her across the arena floor. Concussion protocol, you might say. If you can't beat them, well, make sure they're not able to stand on their own 2 feet. Dizzy up a bitch. That's what I say. Oh. She thought she wanted the table, and then she forgot why. Ladies and gentlemen, it isn't always perfect here in the RWO. But this could be perfect right... Oh, reversal. Ain't going to be perfect at all. Slides under the ladder, sweeping the legs out from the champion. Meanie Girl now on the receiving end. Here we go. Showcasing her power now is Siri Bloodyard. Turns it into an arm drag. Meanie Girl turned inside out momentarily, only be brought back up to her feet, sent to the announce table. And wow! What did we just witness? If that wasn't some Matrix fuckery, I don't know what was. Back in control is your pillar to post champion. Side Russian leg sweep on the outside. This match must be won inside that ring. The squared circle is where it needs to go down. These women don't give a flying fuck, however. Now, after reversal, I guess they do give a fuck. Here we go. Irish whip. Meanie off the ropes. Missed her opportunity. Telegraphed the maneuver. And another cutter. Cover! We got the 1 or the 2. Say goodnight. Meanie Girl retains. And shows why she is the toughest bitch in the wasteland. Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning, defending, pillar-to-post champion. She is Meanie Girl. Not looking worse for wear, let me tell you. Oh, some bruising going on in that face. Right there. Mid-screen. Holy hell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, debuted on our last episode, Warhammer coming and taking on Juicy Johnson and T-Bag. It's been a while since I've seen those two men. But then I've been gone for a while. Just recently returned. I don't even remember how many shows we've done thus far. But you know what? It feels good. I feel good. I always forgot I gotta hit that fucking X button just to get things going, man. I do apologize. Hopefully everyone's been having a great weekend, a great start of the week today on our Monday. But ladies and gentlemen, they are known as Warhammer. I give to you Hammerheart and Hammerstone. Two big sons of bitches, let me tell you. Sorry, ain't getting down on my knees for nobody. So if you're watching, and if you watch the replay, and you want to get involved with the Ruler of the Wasteland tournament, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Discord. Capital P on Pillar. 2 Post. Capital P for Post as well. All one word. You gotta find me. Gotta get involved, but ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, have mercy. Where is their tag team entrance? Well, introducing first, he is T-Bag. T-Bag, the most inexperienced of this tag team. Tough as nails, but I don't know. I don't think he's got the mustard to take on the likes of Warhammer. Yes, T-Bag. Not that T-Bag, though. It's the bag he's going to be rubbing on your chin blaze. You know what I'm saying? Always great to have all you here. Be it live, be it on the replay. Been getting into watching some other products again here on YouTube. Quite interesting things. Things that I wanted to do back in the day with RWO that I might bring to fruition here and now this year. But ladies and gentlemen, the star of this team, he is Juicy Johnson. I don't know anymore, Blaze. I really don't know. Now, the images you see on the screens behind you, they will be changing ever so slightly. I was in a bit of a rush to get it done Saturday, and then Saturday didn't happen. Sunday, things arose. So, changes need to be made yet to this arena, but digging the look of it, digging the new titles. Get rid of the flash, get back to the wasteland look, you know? The ropes are purple. You know, my favorite color is purple. Sue me. No. Nuh-uh. There we go. There's the belt. Hammerstone starting it off. Irish whip, teabag sitting to the turnbuckles. Got one powerful son of a bitch when it comes to Hammerstone. Well, it'll be thrown out of court regardless, Blaze. You don't dip your toe in the waters I own. Here we go. Quick cover attempt by Teabag, and we get a 2 count. What an emphatic kick out there by Hammerstone, but he still allowed his opponent a 2 count. Starting off a little bit slow is Warhammer. Neckbreaker, quick way to slow down your opponent, especially when he's the size of Hammerstone. Irish whip now, perhaps looking for that tag. Nah, choking the big SOB out. Ladies and gentlemen, Hammerstone. Wow, he almost took a knee there. Dropped down his ass, alley-oop once again. And Teabag showing why he is the powerhouse that he is. Finally, the tag. Fresh man stepping in. Juicy Johnson goes straight after Hammerheart. Hammerheart, as well as Hammerstone, both representatives of Midwest Pro Wrestling. Yes, we are integrating timelines and such. Tope, go fuck yourself. Talk about a suicide dive. Almost broke his damn neck. Hammerstone taking care of Teabag. But Juicy Johnson back on top of him quickly. The referee doing his countdown. We're at the count of 4. These men need to get their asses back inside the ring. Beautiful elevated flatliner. After this matchup, we got to discuss things going down inside Discord. We're at the count of 9. Juicy Johnson, what is wrong with you? What in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, due to a count out, the winners of this match, Hammerstone, Hammerheart. They are Warhammer. Wow. We don't like to see those kinds of matches take place here in the RWO, but you know what? Things happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, a whole lot been going down since our last episode. Bill Haight sending a warning to the Brotherhood, letting them know that they may think that the things they've done thus far have not been personal. But Ruthless Inc. is going to hunt them down, so find a hole to hide in. Because your time has come and gone. Ruthless rules the wasteland. You know, it's hard to dispute they at one time held every single title and still hold the women's tag team gold as well as that wasteland title. Sitting, letting Bill know that this was never about them. This was a message, a statement of power that a new era has come. Along with the Bloodyards and anyone else brave enough to step onto the battlefield, they're pleading with you to please bring the fight. Mordecai with a brief message to little Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean hate. Let him know. Calling names. Bit of a childish antic. Especially for one who dips his cock into the skull of his mother just to fall asleep. There will be a sacrifice to the wasteland. Fuck the peace accords. Fuck the peace treaties. No matter where or when, Jeffrey is the first to fall. Whole lot going down between the Brotherhood and Ruthless Inc. Bill Haight returns this Wednesday. Should be a good moment to see our Wasteland champion back on screen. I just hope he's got a little bit better protection than he did when the Brotherhood took what they wanted from Ruthless Inc. No love lost between those men. That is for damn sure. Now with Griffith Davian's resurgence here in RWO, is he a new member of the Ruthless Inc. era? But ladies and gentlemen, representing Midwest Pro Wrestling, she is Lexi Fontaine. Lexi Fontaine, the student of one, Alexa Weiss. Alexa Weiss, longtime champion of Midwest Pro Wrestling, legend of RWO. We also had a brief moment with Scuzz in the locker room. Scuzz, always the cocky fella. But ladies and gentlemen, representing the foundation, former Wasteland champion, she is Diana. Scuzz letting them, reminding Bill Haight that he can focus on the two brothers. But it is Scuzz that is the current #1 contender, the challenger to the title Bill holds on to so dearly. A lot of people forgot what the titles mean here in the RWO, what those titles mean in the Wasteland. They represent power. They show the entire waste that you stand above them. That power always controls. So you little people watching, make sure you don't forget. Ladies and gentlemen, she's one half of the tag team known as Undeniable. She is Valena. Valena, former Big Dog World Champion, former tag team champion here in the RWO. Hell of a tag team along with Holly Hanover. This is a #1 contendership. The winner of this match will go on next week to face Meanie Girl. Yes, the Pillar to Post Championship title. Think of it as a television champion. It must be defended every time we go live, or at least once a week. We will do 2 shows weekly. We will be back live Wednesday. Some RWO action. I also want to get a prediction show out this week. But ladies and gentlemen, newcomer here to the RWO. She is Georgia Jones. Big opportunity here for this newcomer. Very interested to see what she'll bring to the women's roster here in the RWO. We got some mouth breather in the audience just fucking way over the top as Georgia Jones made her entrance. I wanted to slap the jizz off his lips, let me tell you. And now, of Midwest Pro Wrestling fame, she is Holly Body. Don't forget, if you are running a eFed type company utilizing 2K24 and you want to get involved with a huge tournament to represent all the channels here on YouTube, you gotta talk me up, folks. Get involved. Let's have some fun. We'll have more news later on this week with that tournament. It is called Legacy. All are invited. You want in? You got to take the request. The invitation has already been sent. All you got to do is step up, prove yourself. And here we go. Fatal 5-way elimination rules. The winner of this match walks away the #1 contender. Will be able to challenge Meanie Bloodyard next week. Right now, Lexi Fontaine getting worked over by Diana. Big German suplex by Velena. And Lexi Fontaine dropped with that pancake. Cover! Not once, but twice. Quick kick out there by Holly Body, as well as by Lexi Fontaine. Diana, a powerhouse in that ring. One to be watched. Shoulder block almost made Velena shit herself. Waist lock control here by Velena. German suplex once again. Bridging the pin. We got the one. Not only getting a one, but a kick out at the same time. A little bit too early to be going for pinfalls, but I get it. Make your opponents work. Make them sweat. Tire them. The slower they are, the quicker you can oust them. Diana in control of Velena right now. On the outside, we got Holly Body, Georgia Jones, and Lexi Fontaine. Jawbreaker there, taking down Lexi. And Georgia with the light tubes. Georgia taking out Holly Body, but Holly from the outside, or from behind, toss her ass back in. Perfect setup for Velena. Welcome one, welcome all. Glad to have ya. Velena now dragging Georgia into the corner. On the outside, we got Holly Body, Lexi Fontaine, and Diana. Beautiful drop kick by the Body. And rolling her up. Here's the power of Velena. Big power bomb. Breaking Diana into submission. All 5 women on the outside. Georgia Jones with a steel chair. We got Holly Body circling the ring. Catching her breath, perhaps. Maybe she hasn't done enough cardio. Who the hell knows? Velena utilizing that power against Diana once again. The Foundation member being put face down. Ass up on the arena floor as Holly Body gets tossed back in. Unless Fontaine pounding away, Diana having to break up that power bomb attempt, but a clothesline by the Foundation powerhouse, putting her down. Butterfly suplex by Velena. Blue Thunder Bomb type maneuver there by Holly Body. Georgia Jones now picking up the scraps of Lexi Fontaine. Fontaine stuffed back inside the ring. And Georgia, oh, damn! My voice broke there. I felt like a prepubescent teen. Jawbreaker once again. And Lexi Fontaine with a choke bomb. Goes straight after Holly Body, an arch nemesis of Midwest Pro Wrestling. Speaking of Midwest Pro Wrestling, Scuzz has promised things were about to get sadistic. Is that a sign that sadistic intent will be coming to the RWO? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Collar and elbow now. Lexi taking out Holly Body, sending her into the barricade. Georgia Jones trying to get Velena back inside this ring. I don't know why Diana's asking the audience, the fans to shut up, but god damn it, she got put down by Velena the hard way. Back suplex now on the outside. No one has tried to get back inside the ring. No one's tried to eliminate anyone at this point. Hanging Lexi Fontaine out to dry did Holly Body. The trash can being utilized by Diana. Georgia Jones, welcome to the RWO. This is as brutal as it gets. Holly Body setting her up. Oh, went straight over the head and shoulders. Went for a pinfall, but Velena realizing very quickly, ain't gonna happen on the outside. Excuse me, needed to wet the old whistle, they say. Big power bomb there by Holly Body. Shoulder blocked by Diana. Puts her ass down. Utilizing the hair pull, getting a little bit 1990s to early 2000s on us here. Cat fight scenario between Diana and Holly Body. Diamond clothesline takes Diana off her feet. Lexi Fontaine, though, with a Northern Light suplex. Did not bridge the pin. Big mistake there. Ground and pound action, though. Love what Lexi Fontaine and Holly Body have brought to the roster. Big boot puts Body down. Getting cocky now is Lexi Fontaine. Georgia Jones eyeing up Diana here. Diana setting her up. Pedigree on the arena floor. That don't concuss your opponent. I don't know what will. Big botch there by Lexi Fontaine. Snap suplex now on Diana. Holly Body. I believe one of the hardest working women in this matchup currently. Taking the fight to all comers. All women are doing great. Oh, the hammer. Right into the coochie mama of Georgia Jones. Damn. Holly Body gets that hammer knocked out of her hand, sent on her way. Now Georgia Jones taking over. This fight's got to get back inside the ring. I get it. It's all kinds of hardcore. Waistlock control by the former Wasteland champion, Diana. Holly Body tossed in by Velena. Who's going to get the first elimination? Oh, big DDT! Laying the foundation down thick is Diana. And a Uranagi slam. Holly Body at the mercy of Georgia Jones. We got the two. It is over. And gone is Holly Body. 4 more eliminations must be made. I'm sorry, my count is off. 3. And this could be the second one. 1, 2. And a big kick out by Diana. Diana not one to give up that easily. I can tell you that for certain. Velena catching her breath on the outside. Smart tactic there. Oh, and tosses the bat as Georgia Jones catches Velena square in the face. Big suicide dive there by Lexi Fontaine. And a drop kick from behind takes her out. It is a gang beatdown now. Velena now hunting down. Oh, Jesus! I thought she was going after Diana, but no, she had her eyes on Georgia Jones, but the target was square on the forehead of Velena. That allowed Diana to get control. Steel steps brought into play by Lexi Fontaine. Velena taken out the hard way. Here we go. Squared up against former Wasteland champion now, Lexi Fontaine, tossing Diana back inside the ring. Clothesline combinations here by Jones. Ducks under the ripcord, yes indeed. Oh, and gets caught by Lexi. And that barbed wire baseball bat raking the back, the spine of Lexi Fontaine. Valena put down the cover. And we got the 1, the 2. Another big kick out there this time. Valena surviving just barely. Hammers down on the back now does Georgia Jones of Diana. The Foundation would love to get more gold back into their faction, bring them back home to their bunker. It has been some time since gold has represented the Foundation. And this time, getting a taste of that barbed wire bat, Georgia Jones put down. I don't know what Valena did, but obviously it was effective. Lost control, though. Pump handle, float over, reversal by Valena. Sets up Diana. Oh, here we go. Package DDT. And here comes Lexi. Alley-oop facebuster. Say goodnight, Georgia Jones. Talk about unleashing hell. We have only had 1 elimination thus far. Carnage is what we wanted. Hell is what we asked for. Chaos all around. Who ain't loving that? Diana sent on her way. Valena standing tall still. Here we go once again in the added tap, the pump handle into the Blue Thunder Bomb. And Valena hooking her up. Could it be? Yes, indeed. That butterfly suplex. A hell of a battle. Every single one of these women have shown how tough they truly are. Snap suplex now by Georgia Jones. Collar and elbow. Getting her ragdolled now by Diana. Diana eyeing up Valena. Valena ain't moving an inch. Death be riding that bitch's shoulder tonight. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up, folks. Show your support here for Pillar to Post and RWO. All 4 women getting back inside the ring. Beautiful European uppercut there by Valena. Lexi Fontaine with a huge shoulder block. Waist lock controlled by Diana. If you come to RWO looking for a fight, this should be a testament to the fight that you will receive. Every damn time you step in the ring, it is going to be hell to pay. And the debt collector is the Grim Reaper. The Wasteland is a fickle bitch. Here we go, Georgia looking for another elimination, and she's found it. Lexi Fontaine taking out Suicide Dive. My goodness, about broke her neck. Face colliding with the floor and a bit of the barricade there. Nice teardrop suplex there by Valena. Kendo stick down coming into play. Working the knee and the brain pan of Diana. This has got to be every man's wet dream. Watching a bunch of women tear the shit out of each other. Oh! Frankensteiner on the outside. Ground and pound action there by Diana. Valena, I don't even know how she was getting back up to her feet, but instantly put down with that big boot. Vicious clothesline now by Diana. Rolling back to the outside, Georgia Jones watches as Lexi Fontaine makes her way back to the locker room. A hell of a match we've witnessed. All just to challenge for the Pillar to Post Championship title next week. One of these women desperately wants the right to face Meanie Girl. There's that dreaded baseball bat. Oh my God, caught her right in the eye socket. Talk about raping the skull. Here we go. Georgia is on the hunt. Velena tried to roll to the outside, got caught with a vicious knee. Diana now opening up on the newcomer, the debut of Georgia Jones here in the RWO. And a drop kick by Velena. Needs to work fast. Quit dilly-dallying and whoop a bitch. Looking to snap the back. No submissions here. Must be a pinfall victory. Look at the tapping of Diana, but it don't count for shit. Vicious clothesline from behind by Georgia Jones. Has the dreaded sledgehammer. And now Diana has joined the ranks of the anally raped by the sledgehammer of Anal Doom. A vicious world we live in here in the wasteland. Cover! And we got the 1, the 2, and a kick out by Velena. Former tag team champion here in the RWO. Sweeps the leg. Velena back up on her feet. We got a big show. And these women said, fuck a time limit. We're taking you to the grave with that DDT. Could have got the victory right there, did Velena, but scooped up by Diana. Beautiful powerbomb. Jobber. And we got the 1, the 2. God is Velena has the opportunity, but Georgia Jones already started rolling back to her feet. Caught her right in the midsection, setting her up, dropping her down. And see, this match is taking its toll on everyone. Slow to get back to her feet, but the cover nonetheless. We got the 1, the 2. It is over, and it looks like the former Wasteland champion gets a crack at Meanie Girl and the Pillar to Post Championship title next week here in the RWO. Wow, talk about testing a man. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, she is Diana. Get me a beer, get me a jug of shine, get me anything, because god damn it, the water just ain't quenching the old whistle. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, debut and, well, a resurfacing, if you will. Griffith Davian, a former Wasteland champion, former tag team champion. A short-lived reign as a tag team champion, I might add. Won it, and the tag team dissolved within an hour of winning those titles. Unbelievable. Oh, Jesus Christ. Another guitar player. Really? Really? Yes, smash it to bits, because after tonight, you will never bring a guitar, especially a pink guitar, down to ringside, you son of a bitch. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He is Genocide. I don't know much about this man. He asked for a job, I gave it to him. But when I heard Griffith Davian had returned, well, there's only one victim I could offer up to the Immortal One. Genocide. Hey, let go of that rope. It's going to break your arm, buddy. Yes, he gets to walk under the ball sack of the Angry Viking, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce to you one of the legends of RWO. He is Griffith Davian. Griffith Davian, he might be a little bit egotistical. He might be a little bit vain. But when it's go time, this man knows how to go inside that ring. See if he still has what it takes to compete here in the RWO, or if the ring rust has just gotten into them joints of his. Beautiful day out here today. The wasteland isn't always unforgiving. A little bit of cockiness coming from Genocide as well. Eyeing up Griffith, not concerned at all. I'm telling him right now, concern better be at the top and forefront of your mind when you're facing the likes of Griffith Davian. He will turn the tables, but a strong start here by the newcomer in Genocide. Collar and elbow now. Setting up Griffith Davian. Has him up in the rack. And into a neck breaker. Well, ring rust, definitely obvious to see on the part of Griffith Davian. But maybe a little bit of excitement, adrenaline rush here from Genocide. As he gets to debut, beautiful diving shoulder block off the top rope to the arena floor. Right now, struggling is Griffith Davian. Collar and elbow once again, this time Genocide. Oh, with the body slam into the apron. Trying to snap the back of the Immortal One. Ground and pound action. Not looking good right now for Griffith Davian. Fast-paced action. I am sweating buckets right now. These men got me working. The women have me working tonight. Finally, Griffith Davian getting the upper hand. And hangs him out to dry on the top rope. A quick cover attempt. I don't know what he's thinking. But God damn it, he's going to try and get a pinfall if he can. Oh, ragged beginning there by Griffith Davian, and a boot right to the jaw. Griffith Davian has had some great feuds here in the RWO. One comes to mind in Omar Wolf. He's had many a go-arounds with the Angry Viking himself. He has faced all comers, taken his bumps, licked his wounds. He's come back and won a few. But the man looks to conquer here and now. Another cover attempt by Griffith Davian only amounts to a one fall. And a springboard moonsault out of nowhere. Busting out moves like that. Christ's sakes. Act your age, old man. And a frog splash, is that it? We got the one, the two, it is over, and a successful return, if not a little bit rusty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not the way you start a fight, it is how you finish it. And finishing the match, standing tall, he is Griffith Davian. Yeah, no, nobody's drinking it in, man. Okay, nobody's drinking it in, Griffith. Come on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this first match of the night, the Pillar to Post champion, Pope, must defend against, well, the Shining Star, or is it the Shooting Star? Either one. One pissed off Viking, let me tell you, in Fred Starr. Fred Starr, a former Wasteland champion, a former Underground champion. This man is ready to hold gold once again. You all know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. The second title defense of the evening. It is for the Pillar to Post championship title. Step into the extreme, if you will. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the son of Odin, He is Fred Starr. Ladies and gentlemen, before WrestleMania, there will be a Pillar to Post podcast. If I'm doing it alone or if I'm doing it with Yeti, either one, I will be live with a podcast this week. We're going to give predictions, or at least my predictions, for WrestleMania, as well as a little bit of shop talk with RWO. Fred Starr returning to his roots, representing all Norsemen throughout the wasteland. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is your Pillar to Post champion, representing the Black Order. He is Pope. Hey, to give him credit, though, he defended that title in a unification match, a fatal four-way, last episode, and walked away your Pillar to Post champion. Undeniably a champion in his own right. But I mean, does he sacrifice a singles title so he can come back in the main event and walk away a tag team champion, or does he say, fuck the partner? I want my singles championship reign to continue as Pillar to Post representative. I can't tell you his mind, but I can tell you he's in for one hell of a rough night. Holding not only the Underground Tag Team Championship title, but the newly christened Pillar to Post Championship. Great to see the likes of Griffith Davian returning to the RWO. I don't foresee it being long that he holds gold such as the Pillar to Post Championship title, or if he's brave enough and enters the Ruler of the Wasteland tournament. Qualification matches begin next episode. That is Wednesday. Fred Starr, the challenger. Pope, the champion. Let's get it on. Oh, ugly motherfucker. Who am I to talk? Reluctantly handing the title to the referee. Don't ask her name. I don't give a shit. I never asked. I gave her a hot meal, said do your job. There we go, Fred Starr. Amped up. Warming up, here is your champion. Giving up a lot of size is Fred Starr. Fred Starr, a pissant of a wrestler, let me tell you. I've seen short before, but this man, real short. And right now, getting the piss knocked out of him by Pope, the champion, climbing up to the top. Big splash. Cover. And we got the one with a two and a big kick out there by Fred Starr. Working the ribs now. Elbow drop to the spine. Getting cocky is the Pillar to Post champion. Not wise when you're facing a vengeful man like Fred Starr. Oh, that's the problem with being a short man in the wrestling world. You get ragdolled frequently. The sledgehammer Fred brought into play. Not working to his advantage, but pop-up drop kick. Perfectly executed. Knife edge chops. We also got a little interview scheduled in the locker room with Evie Bloodyard. She is the #1 contender to the Wasteland title, I do believe. Beating out the likes of Cotton Candy. And there we go. Tope, go fuck yourself. And busted open the champion. Blood drawn on the champion can't be spelling any kind of goodness when it comes to our main event. And now the trash can. Oh, Jesus, Fred. You gone and done, lost your cool. Control your fucking anger. We all get it. You're an angry little elf. There we go, collar and elbow now. The challenger still in control. Ragdoll and the champion on the outside. Fred letting him know, I ain't done yet. And there's the ground and pound. You wind that little fucker up and he just keeps on going, let me tell you. I've had many a war with Fred. It didn't matter if it was in the underground or here in the RWO. That little sumbitch brings the fight each and every time. Setting him up at a flatliner. Ain't done yet. Oh, locked him up in the hurt lock. Quick elbow reversal there by Pope. I don't know why you need a ladder, Fred, okay? It isn't a ladder match. Irish whip now. The champion setting him up. Swing a neck breaker. Legs draped over the damn ladder. Gonna soften up the hamstrings of Fred Starr. Only good for a one, though, with that pinfall attempt. Scoop up. Looking good, looking golden. Fred Starr bleeding as well. Both men spilling blood for the title they crave. Hell of a show thus far. Working the spine with that sledgehammer. But Fred rolling back to his feet. Went for that springboard. Got caught by the champ. Pope with the Irish whip. Reversal once again by Fred Starr. Drop down. Setting him up at a beautiful single leg drop kick. It's like he's got a target right on his brain pan, man. Fred Starr will find it every damn time. Full Nelson now. Could he win by submission? Fred said, oh no. Kind of a stunner there. Jawbreaker-like maneuver there by Fred Starr. Capture suplex. There's the block. Opening up a whole ham hock on the face of Fred Starr. The champion setting him up. Oh, not looking good for the challenger. Taking the plunge is Fred Starr. Fred quickly rolling underneath that bottom rope. Cannot beat a man on the outside, that's for damn sure. I'm thinking the champ needs some glasses. Had the opportunity, fell victim to Fred Starr's tiny little soup bones. Setting him up once again for a submission. Trying to snap the neck of the champion. Fred Starr in control, but once again the champion dispatches of Fred Starr. Sledgehammer coming into play once again, softening up the challenger. Pope begging Fred Starr to get back to his feet, only to drive the hammer into his spine once again. Collar and elbow, dragging the carcass of the challenger around like sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying. And a big scoop slam, tossing them into the ropes. If you've never felt it, you will never know the experience of being tossed into ring ropes. Champ getting desperate here, taking a high-risk maneuver. Changed his mind, smart thinking, and a vicious clothesline, sweeping the leg at the same time, adding to the impact from the neck all the way down to the spine. Fred Starr feeling the pain. Fred Starr going to the outside, has that trash can at the ready. Setting up the Pope. Beautiful setup. And now just chucking her right into the face of the champion. Fred Starr is like a Wolverine inside that ring. Cover! One. Only a one after all that? You gotta be shitting me. Fred going back to the outside. Big mistake, I think, on his part. Or he just lured the champ out to wreck a bitch. Back on top now is the champion. Pope circling Fred Starr. Collar and elbow once again, setting him up. Big suplex on the arena floor. You damn Skippy. Hey, to give him credit, man, he has been a longtime holder of the Underground Tag Team Champions, has met all challenges for that Pillar to Post Championship title. Pope is no slouch in the ring. He will bring the fight you're begging for. And he's doing that with Fred Starr here and now. Temple plays in the house. How you doing, brother? And a spear out of nowhere. Could be the defining moment. We got the one, the two. Oh, how mercy, that was close. Miss it by a cut hair, let me tell you. I took out my measuring stick. I know. Facts. Working the knee now with Fred Starr. Perfect setup for. Looks for it. Big curb stop. No! Wow, he used the shin of his leg to drive the head of Fred Starr into the fucking mat. Thought it was a curb stomp at first, but had to take a second look, folks. Pope is not messing around here tonight. And again, a diving spear. Caught him by the throat, though. We got two. And Fred Starr falls short. Now the problem is, did he give everything he had in that tank? Will he be able to survive the main event? Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning, defending, Pillar to Post champion. He is Pope. Hope you're all enjoying this beautiful Monday afternoon, especially join me, but we're going to the backstage. We're supposed to have an interview with none other than Evie Kuntlakova, Bloodyard. Forget what you see on the screen. I can't do this without seeing this fucking screen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh, shit, here we go. Stabatha, your Wasteland champion, interrupting the interview with Evie Bloodyard. Evie Bloodyard is your number one contender. She is one half of the leaders of the Underground. Claimed the right to face Stabatha for the Wasteland title just weeks ago. I'd say about a week ago. Stabatha taking control, though. She did surprise the number one contender, Evie, at her mercy. Here we go, scooping up Evie Bloodyard, taking her over, and hammers her down on that box, that supply box, that shipping container, if you will. Evie finally getting the upper hand, but fails to capitalize. Another block, and here we go. Tying her up, octopus stretch. I believe that's what it is. But beautiful reversal, sidewalk slam on that concrete floor. Stabatha not having none of the challengers talk, not having none of her legendary status here in the RWO. Fuck status. When you are the Wasteland champion, you rule over the weak. Right now, Evie Bloodyard showing how weak she is compared to our Wasteland champion. Dragging the champ around now by the hair. I don't know where she's going. I don't know where her intentions were leading her, but it definitely did not pay off. Stabitha taking control, tossing her across the arena floor, tripping over her own damn feet, and coming back swinging is Evie Bloodyard. Back and forth we go. Spinning back fist. Opening up all kinds of whoop-ass. Oh, shit! Beautiful drop kick caught the champ right in the temple. Never interrupt Evie Bloodyard. There it is, the curb stomp. I'm surprised no one has broken that up. Big back body drop now by the champion. That curb stomp, I thought, ended the champ's life right there and then. Opens up. Here we go. Full Nelson. Oh, into a bulldog. Yes, Stabitha representing the Black Order. Jawbreaker staggering the champ, Evie Bloodyard. Tough as hell. When it comes to the greats, you gotta have her as well as Minerva in your Mount Rushmore of RWO. The best of the best were Evie Bloodyard and Minerva. Big bitch slap by the champion though. Ducks under the clothesline and delivers one of her own. The intentions, I think, of Evie were taking them to the next level. The elevator surprisingly works here in this building. I've never even dared attempt trying it. Standing on Evie's hair now, the champion trying to rip the hair follicles right out of the scalp. Knee drop across the throat now. The contender writhing on the floor. And now looking to snap the leg of Evie Bloodyard. Doing everything she can that the legend cannot compete when it is time these two women meet square in that circle. Yes, I said that in a weird way. I get it. Elevator doors once again reopening. Big backbreaker there by the champ, Stabitha. One tough bitch ever since she's won that Wasteland Championship from Cotton Candy. She was the Underground Wasteland Champion, defeating Cotton Candy to unify those titles. And now a double stomp right to the tetes. Brian Hillebert probably loving the view he's getting from the rafters right now. Pele caught her right in the bicep. Lucky for the champion, it was not the brain pan, but eyeing her up. Here's the setup. Oh, taking her around the wasteland. Crucifix bomb. Still not enough to end this brawl. Evie, I do believe, is justified in beating down the champion interrupting her interview. Who will get the upper hand? Who will walk away with the momentum in this feud? And another full Nelson Bulldog. And Evie knocked out. We finally got security showing up to stop this fight. I think it's over already. Evie not moving a lick. But up next, we got some more debuts here. Well, one debut, and that is Big Daddy Jingles. Number one contenders match, who on our next week's episode will face the likes of Pope. Yes, Pope retaining his title. Will he be able to hold on to the tag gold? That's the question I want answered. Keeping David Ruin tonight busy because we don't need any kind of shenanigans breaking down once again. Although I gotta say, the man deserves a shot at a title here in the RWO. Getting screwed over by Sin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is the leader of the Foundation. Give it up for Wolf Tirgavishte. former Wasteland champion, former Underground world champion. I had the satisfaction of taking that title away from Wolf Tirgavishte. Gotta say, very proud of that accomplishment. This man has had many accomplishments, has had many great battles inside RWO. And now, making his way from the underground, representing the Bloodyard crew, he is the former Underground World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Prince of the Circus. He is Sour Fang. Slowly coming down to the ring. Sour Fang. That design will be coming to TeePublic very shortly, as well as Evie Bloodyard's new design and so many others. Like I said, I've been a busy man behind the scenes. New design for the Pillar to Post podcast coming your way as well. See how he fares in this fatal five-way elimination. See if these men can compete on the level the women set the bar at in our opening bout. But ladies and gentlemen, making his debut here in the RWO, he is Big Daddy Jingles. Big Daddy Jingles from the underground. A hell of a grappler. But he has never faced the likes of Wolf Tirgavishte. I am sure he has battled it out in the underground with the likes of Sour Fang, but guys like Matt Storm, Mason Storm, guys like Wolf Tirgavishte, David Ruin. Jingles has never experienced the fierce fight that is in the RWO. And here he is representing Ruthless Inc. The right-hand man of Bill Haight, he is David Ruin. You want to talk monsters? Man, this guy is one of them. You never want to turn up a dark alley and have to see this man standing at the end. Took a whole lot of grit and balls for Sin and Mordecai to piss this man off. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, recently rechristened the Perfect Storm. He is Mason Storm. I'm told merchandise for his new outfit is currently in the process of being finalized. Be interesting to see. I guess he hasn't earned the moniker of Killshot. And here we go. Mason Storm quickly going after Wolf Tirgaviste. Jingles gets taken down with a hip toss, but Saurfang almost decapitating David Ruin. Daddy Jingles with a choke bomb and taken out. The old loose Fez press there by David Ruin. Mason Storm turned and Wolf Tirgaviste inside out. Went for a knee on Saurfang, missed the mark, tripped over the head, but still, a German suplex takes Tirgaviste down. Falling headbutt by David Ruin. Quick cover attempt on Saurfang. We got the two, and got his shoulder up. Did Saurfang. There we go. Damn. A whole lot of work just to hit a stunner. Light tube busted over the head of Saurfang. Saurfang quickly rolled to the outside, trying to recover as Mason Storm gets hung out to dry by David Ruin. And a big DDT takes David Ruin down. Mason going after Jingles. And gets caught with another stunner. Powerbomb on the outside, on the apron. Ragdoll and Tirgaviste is Saurfang. Big DDT there by David Ruin. A lot of muscle inside this ring right now. Mason taking out Saurfang, send him over the top rope. There's that knee strike right to that temple. Jingles, though, unfazed, rolls to the outside and takes out Saurfang. Chaos at its finest. Hope everyone's having a good time. The war is spilled out to the ramp. Got four men battling it out. We got blood drawn. I do believe that was, yes, Wolf Tirgaviste lacerated by Storm. Storm tossed in, though, by the former Underground champion. Sent right in the clutches of Big David Ruin, and a pump kick. Only managed to stun David Ruin for a second. And now headbutting to the hand. Wow, a Hurricane Rana there by Ruin. Big men do fly. We've seen that time and time again here in the RWO. And a DDT. Crisp. Delivered perfectly by Mason Storm. Working the big man's arms. A hell of a show we've had thus far. I appreciate all those that could show up live. Appreciate those that watch the replay. Springboard cutter. David Ruin almost decapitated. Irish whip now. Ruin stuck in the corner by Mason Storm. Working the big man up. Not looking good for Ruin. Could it be the Burden Hammer? You gotta be kidding me. David Ruin not allowing this to go down. And pops him up Samoan drop. Jobber. Very slow count there by the referee. That was definitely a 3 count in my eyes. On the outside, we got Tirgaviste getting taken out by David Ruin. Baseball bat thrown right at his spine. The guy has eyes like a marksman. Saurfang hung out over the barricade, stunned. Well, when isn't a Bloodyard stunned? Big reversal here by Saurfang. Devastating clothesline takes Ruin off his feet. Showboating a little bit too much was Mason Storm. Set into the steel steps. Jingles, though, taking over. Big bear hug. Wolf Tirgaviste staying away from the fight momentarily. Lou Thesz on the outside by David Ruin. The big ground and pound by the big man. Turns his attention back to Tirgaviste. Simply ragdoll him, just tossed him. Old school Western style, like out of the saloon, man. I love it. Flatliner basement style there by Tirgaviste. You gotta watch the man. He is dangerous in that ring. He is not a former champion for a reason. That guy is all get up and go, and look at that. Just turned Ruin inside out. Jingles busted open. Saurfang tossed, I think, a baseball bat at his head. By God, these guys are opening up all kinds of blood. A hell of a way to win a number one contendership matchup. Big knee strike there by Mason Storm, grit and gripped up by Jingles. What a debut it would be for Big Daddy Jingles to walk away the number one contender. Face Pope next week for the Pillar to Post Championship title. Collar and elbow on the outside. There's the power of Jingles. Obliterated the spine of Mason Storm. Saurfang feeling the might of Ruthless Inc.'s very own big man, David Ruin. Bulldog from behind takes out Mason Storm. Jingles taking care of Wolf Tirgaviste. Repeated elbows right to the side of the brain pan. We got more blood. David Ruin lacerated this time. I think we've got blood on every single man inside this matchup. Can't say inside the ring. They've been fighting for a while on the outside. Kendo stick wiped out Tirgaviste. Mason Storm trying to get control. Jingles finally gets Saurfang inside that ring. Oh shit, that dead eye. Or I'm sorry, the eye of the storm. And a powerbomb by Jingles. We got to cover. 1, 2, and Saurfang did not make the cut. Nice reversal there by Wolf Tirgaviste. Jingles has David Ruin up, hangs him out to dry. A blatant chokehold, but it's all legal. This is Extreme Rules. Taking you to the house of the hardcore. Playing with David Ruin now is Big Daddy Jingles as Tirgaviste brings Mason Storm back inside the ring. And Lou Thesz by Ruin. Oh shit, baseball bat. And wow. Takes out Ruin. And Mason takes out Jingles. We got the 1, the 2, and Ruin gets his shoulders up in the nick of time. Big shoulder block knocks the bat out of the hands of Mason Storm. Vicious clothesline. The two big men eyeing each other up, and it's Big Daddy Jingles taking control. And Wolf Tirgaviste, a rumored member of Ruthless Inc. I don't know if that's believable, but you never know when it comes to the Wasteland. A big fuck you from Mason Storm before he goes back to work on Big Daddy Jingles. Jabber! And we got the 1, The 2, and another kick out, another cover, this time by Tirgaviste. We got 2, and Ruin has been eliminated. Never count out the little man, I'm telling you right here. Ducks under that forearm. Ran out of water, my throat is getting, like, rough. Buford's not around anymore. Looking for that power bomb once again, but upset there by Tirgaviste, who gets his head kicked off his shoulders. A quick cover attempt. Jingles said, fuck Mason Storm. I'm taking out the big man, the former champion. Did not happen, though. Only got a 2. Measuring out Big Daddy Jingles. Face breaker there. Double knees to the eye sockets. Turn her around, Storm. And, well, you missed the first time. You make sure the second one lands. Why? Why are you going after David Ruin? You clearly had Jingles off his feet. David Ruin was already eliminated. He had no worries. Working the arm, looking to snap it. Oh! Hyper-extending the shoulder. Probably just tore the rotator cuff right there, did Mason Storm. Missed the baseball assault. Mason Storm setting him up. Hooking the leg. Beautiful fisherman driver. Leave it up to Jingles to show these little men that he is the big man they've got to remove. And another over-dramatized fucking cutter if I've ever seen one. A whole lot of effort, not enough payout. What they used to call that, the code breaker? Is that what it was called? Double knees to the face. Tirgaviste was trying to get Storm back inside the ring. Seen it was not working. Tossed him down, but instead, now in the clutches of Mason Storm. Mason Storm, a former pillar-to-post champion, would love nothing more to get that title back in his grips. Back bodies, back suplex. I'm getting tongue-tied. Undeniable power here from Big Daddy Jingles. Haven't you all noticed? You get all the big, massive freaks from the underground and Tope. Oh, Jesus! If that was a Tope go fuck yourself, I would have to agree. Put down there by Tirgaviste did Big Daddy Jingles. Turning him inside out, face breaker on the arena floor. Blood has puddled all over the arena. Look at the floor. Look at the mats. Jingles tossing Tirgaviste back in, but wasted precious time on the outside. You had Tirgaviste in your sights. Look at the blood dripping off the torso of Tirgaviste. Oh, Jesus! What in the world? Desperation setting in. Risks taken that should never have been taken. Gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, I am loving the intensity, the wanton destruction, and the carnage that has been left at ringside tonight. You can't ask for more. Well, you can, but how much more you gonna get? Jingles taking control once again of Tirgaviste. Brutalizing that knee. And then turn his attention once again on Mason Storm. Clothesline from behind. Trying to take the head of Tirgaviste. DDT. Upends. Jingles. We've got to get this fight back inside the ring, folks. carnage is great, but in the outcome, a victor is needed. I think Mason Storm has lost his shit. I don't know how many monikers this man has. The Chosen One. Matt Storm in the house. How you doing? Mason Storm with another code breaker taking out Tirgaviste. Combination strikes into a DDT once again by Mason Storm. A big fuck you to the big man. What a debut by Big Daddy Jingles. Gotta give the big man credit. He has outlasted Sourfang and David Ruin. Was that a Boo Psycho knee by the looks of it? Or was that a Claymore? I don't know. I don't care. It looked good and it was effective. Wow, hammered the big man down with that forearm strike. Collared elbow now. The former Underground World Champion looking to break a bitch. Not worried about controlling this matchup. These final three are just whooping the piss out of each other. If there ain't a bone broken at the end of this match, I will be surprised. And just imagine they got a week to nurse their injuries, and they've got to take on the current Pillar to Post champion in Pope. Jingles finally getting the right idea, but lost focus once again. And damn, talk about a suicide dive gone wrong. Jingles telling him get his ass up, and a baseball slide by. The perfect storm in Mason Storm. Finally getting these men back inside the ring. No. My voice is done. Just about had it, folks. Tapping out, but it doesn't mean shit on the outside. This is pinfall only, and it must be done inside the ring. These men, I think, need a pictorial vision of what is supposed to take place in this matchup. I can do it. It'll be stick figures, though. And a beautiful running drop kick, missile drop kick, you might say. Hooking that leg once again. Nicely done by Wolf Tirgaviste. Have a fisherman driver. And from behind, another drop kick there by Mason Storm. Get your asses in the ring. Finally. Come on, Jingles. All you got to do is get up in there. Tirgaviste at the ready, though. Fell victim to the big man. Irish whip into the ropes. Here we go. Pop up into a power slam. Yubber. We got the one. The two. And Tirgaviste finally put out of his misery. Are we going to see Jingles in his debut become number one contender? Perhaps not. We got the one. The two. And Mason Storm faces Pope next week for the Pillar to Post Championship title. Well earned and hard fought by all five men. And there he is, the winner of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, Mason Storm. Ooh, I think that brings us to our main event. Oh, have mercy. Congratulations to Mason Storm. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. It is a unification match between the Underground Tag Team Champions, and you've seen the new Wasteland Tag titles right there. Let's get to it. As I stated, this coming Wednesday, Bill Haight returns. Was able to go home, nurse his injuries. Looking for revenge is our Wasteland champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the unification of the tag team titles. Introducing first, they are currently your underground tag team champions representing the Black Order, Pope and Bishop. Pope defended his Pillar to Post championship title against Fred Starr earlier. How much gas is left in the tank? I don't know. How much weight is Bishop going to have to carry on those broad shoulders here and now in our main event? We're going to find out. A hell of a show this has been. A lot of action and a whole lot of chaos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, they represent the Brotherhood. They are your current reigning, defending Wasteland Tag Team Champions, Mordecai and Sin. Mordecai and Sin have done this for about 2 decades now. Not ready to hang it up just yet. Turn their backs on the Vicious Circle. Turn their backs on Bill Haight. Sin turning his back on David Ruin. David Ruin and Jeff Haight tried to take those titles back into Ruthless Inc. on our last episode. These two big men said, ain't happening. And that there is what it's all about. Whoever walks away with the winner, this belt is no more after tonight. This will be unified into the Wasteland title. And there's the belt. No tags necessary in this match. We want to test these champions like never tested before. Bishop taking down Sin. Mordecai falling to Pope. Pope already been battered and beaten tonight by Fred Starr. Sin already taking the momentum away from Bishop. Winds him up. Here we go. And Bishop with a flatliner. Quick cover attempt on Mordecai. We got the one. And a quick save by Sin. Knife edge chops raining down on Sin. And here we go, running power slam by Bishop. Pope trying to concuss Mordecai. The current Wasteland champions could walk away empty-handed, and everything they did to Ruthless Inc. will be null and void. Any momentum, any kind of hold they had on Bill Haight would have vanished if they lose to Pope and Bishop tonight. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. My throat is damn near torn apart. Here we go, waistlock control. Pope working the back of Mordecai. Sin finally stepping in. Both men now taking a piss right out of Pope. The Pillar to Post champion. On his knees and now on the outside. Bishop getting ragdolled here by the big dog. Quick cover attempt. We got the 1, the 2, and barely a save by Pope. Headbutt quickly putting Pope into the grips of Sin. And as if in stereo, Bishop and Sin take out their opposing teammates. Sin taking the upper hand, working the knee now of Bishop. Mordecai circling around like a shark, ready to tear the head off of Bishop. And there it is, the Iron Claw Slam. And quickly Mordecai with, yes, he's got him goozled. Choke slam. Cover him. Now he's going for the submission as Bishop is getting choked out on the top rope. Oh, and turned inside out. And it is over just like that. Making quick work of the competition tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your unified Wasteland Tag Team Champions, Mordecai and Sin. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me tonight. What a hell of a show it was. If you're watching the replay, I thank you. Have a great night. Always have a better tomorrow. I'm going to go drink some coffee to nurse this throat back to health. And I will see you Wednesday with more action here in the RWO. Have a great night, everyone.